let's talk wide receiver market. Listen, I know Cowboys fans were hoping to see some new players, and again, I don't mean to denigrate. I'm not denigrating, because you never know what you get in a kid that was a second-round pick last year in Carolina. Jonathan Mingo really hasn't had much of an opportunity to show much, but he's going to get an opportunity, I guess, to hook up with Cooper Rush for the next few days. So walk me through the Cowboys' thinking here before I ask you for a Dak update.
I mean, they really like him. And, in their mind, they're saying, well, we would have drafted him way higher than the 4th round. So why not give up a 4th round pick for him? And a lot of folks around the league might look at that and say, that's a little much for a guy whose production really hasn't been up to expectations to this point. So listen, if he pans out with the Cowboys and his production goes way up, and he is what they thought he was, and maybe a fresh start would be a good thing for him. It's really hard. That's why the Deontay Johnson thing was so hard, is saying, well, this guy is a potential 100-catch, 1,000-yard type guy. The numbers just aren't going to be there in Carolina. So it was actually impressive for him in what he was doing there. So you got to kind of grade on the scale if you're the Cowboys and you like what you saw from Mingo and you believe that he is going to be a guy who's going to take off in your offense. And that's why these evaluations for the draft are so important for teams, even if you don't wind up drafting the guy, because it's stuff that you can go back to and rely upon and say, okay, well, why didn't this guy's production match up to what we thought of him? Well, again, it might be circumstance, and if we get him in here, he might be a good fit for our system. Obviously, the Cowboys believe that in going after Mingo and giving up a 4th round pick, which was higher than other teams certainly would have gone for him.
Well, higher than what the Ravens coughed up for Deontay Johnson, and that square that circle for me. I know the Ravens also sent a 6 with Deontay Johnson to Carolina. Carolina traded Deontay Johnson and a 6th and got a 5th back, and the Cowboys trade a 4th and get Mingo and a 7th. So square, because I know Cowboys fans will be like, wait a minute, we could have Deontay Johnson for less than what we sent for Mingo.
But you're only getting Deontay Johnson for the rest of the season. It's a good question, but you're only getting Deontay Johnson for the rest of the season, and then you may have to pay him $20 million per season, whereas Mingo, you've got him under contract for the next couple of years here on a rookie contract. So the cost always factors in. That's why with the Amari Cooper trade, when we were talking about that, the willingness from the Browns, not the willingness, they had already eaten the salary by giving him the signing bonus, converting his base salary into a signing bonus in the spring. So for the Bills, monetarily, it wasn't that much of a take on for them. That always factors into this one. That's why with Deontay Johnson, there was also, some extracurriculars with Deontay Johnson as well. I mean, he's been a guy throughout the course of his career. There's always been some extracurricular, I don't want to say off-field stuff, because it's a lot of times on-field stuff for him. So that factored in as well.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.